We had this bathroom, and if you really needed privacy, you would go in the double doors, right? I found out that he liked my friend. I started whisper yelling. So what? I'm still a rock star. I didn't even think I was a rock star. You were like, why are you whisper yelling?
Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
And we're Cimorelli.
Hey.
Welcome back to
The Cimorelli podcast.
where today we
Listen and we don't judge.
We need to do this on our TikTok though. Dang, I thought it.
Well, this can
We
go
can
on.
post
is
these
it.
clips, yeah.
This
Oh,
can go on TikTok.
Oh my gosh.
Repurposing.
Okay,
Well, it will go on TikTok.
Welcome
Okay, right.
back.
Welcome back to
Oh, welcome back to the Cimorelli podcast. Today we are with episode. It's episode 244, and we are listening and not judging, which could be hard for some of us.
Basically, what this means is we're going to say something
Weird or like strange,
embarrassing, weird that we did like either in our childhood or to each other that the other ones don't know about. But we have to listen and not judge.
Yeah.
Just something that you don't think they know about, or maybe you haven't said it in a while. Maybe they forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just things we did behind each other's backs, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of mine's not really a bad thing, though, I will say.
Like, I gave to charity.
Basically, that's what I'm going to say.
She'd be like, I'm just a giver.
Behind your back.
That's-
You guys don't, okay, we listen, we don't judge. You don't know that secretly for all three of you, I've given to charities on your behalf. That's not true.
Wow.
That's not true.
That
is very
I
kind of
wouldn't
you.
really care.
I know, that's not a we listen and we
How
don't
is that
judge.
on my
Why would
behalf
I do
if I
that?
didn't know?
I know, why would I do that? I secretly did in your behalf.
Wow.
Anyway,
I fear I live on we listen and we do judge facial expressions.
you do.
One
You
day
know,
they
I
may be
definitely
quelled.
judge.
Yeah.
Don't we all? Don't
I
we all?
listen and
all
I
do.
look horrified.
Yeah.
Catherine listens and she looks sad.
Scared. Oh.
I look mad. I
She
listen, I look.
listens and she looks
mad.
angry.
I look peaceful and pleasant.
Wow.
I mean, generally.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're
Like
listening.
a slight smile.
Since you,
So endearing.
some of you lovely commenters have let us know the joy of our listening faces.
Or I look sad sometimes.
Thank
but
you.
generally, I'm just like.
What would we
vibing.
do without
What would we do?
I
people
know.
telling us
How would we know anything about
what
ourselves?
would we do
I
without you?
genuinely don't
Thank you.
know, guys.
Thank you for sharing your light in the world. All right,
Yeah.
so moving on. Moving
get
right
into
along.
Our
Highs,
And
lows.
the his and laws.
Let's do it, ladies.
It does feel weird to say it.
It is.
It's a Lisa quote, I think, and it feels weird.
All right, I'll go
From neediest to greediest.
all right, I guess I'm the neediest.
Tell them, Kay.
Mine are both food related.
Ooh, slay.
So my
Your high and your
high
low.
is let me background. I struggle so much with what to make for lunch. I feel like lunch gets
That's
so
why I eat the same exact lunch every day.
Yes,
I
but
love
I can't
lunch.
do that. I can only do that for like a couple months, and then I get so
Oh,
bored of it. I
that's
never want to
okay.
see it
You
again.
switch.
A couple months? That's like a long
That's
time.
good.
That's
Or like even a few weeks sometimes. But I just make the same stupid sandwiches and salads, whatever, over and over again. It gets so boring. But I found this new lunch that I'm loving. It's kind of labor intensive, but it's worth it. And I love it so much. I sent it to you and you never responded.
What is it?
But that's
Kat,
okay.
I literally responded to your text in my mind multiple times. I
That's
thought
okay.
about them
That's
multiple
okay.
times.
I know you did. I was like, she's
And
probably
I was
looking.
like, this sandwich looks so good.
Okay, so here's what it is. It's ciabatta bread, mozzarella like from like a block where you like slice it,
Ooh.
grilled chicken,
Oh.
pesto,
Oh.
sun-dried tomatoes,
yes.
Yes.
and greens, like mixed greens. So you take everything
Slay.
except for
What
the
kind of
greens. Ciabatta.
Oh, did you
And
say
you-
that first?
Yes, and you toast it And then also the recipe, I felt like it needed a little salt. So I've been putting a little salt on top, and I feel like that really takes it over the edge. And then you take it out of the oven, you just put it in for like 10 minutes, and then you put the greens on top. It's so good. It's a great lunch.
Yeah.
I've been really enjoying that. That's my high, honestly, is my lunch. My low is that I made scones last night, but they actually turned out, I know, I was for my mom's group.
Oh.
I have this weird habit where I like to try out new recipes that I've literally never made.
Oh my gosh.
And bring them to a public set.
Wow.
Like, why would I do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I signed up on the website.
You're good at baking.
I am, but I've literally never made scones, and I feel like they're kind of finicky.
Yeah, you gotta do something that's tried and true.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Like months ago, I was like, "Oh, blueberry scones! I'll just sign up to make those."
Ooh, yeah.
I think I thought I would just get like a mix or something and just make them, and then I realized that I searched on multiple grocery websites and no one had a scone mix.
Yeah,
it's actually
kinda
not that
niche.
common.
Yeah.
I don't even know what a scone even is, technically.
It's just like a
It's like crumbly.
crumbly
What is a
pastry.
scone?
But it's not like fluffy like pastries.
It's more dense.
Guys, you know what a scone is.
No, I know.
No,
like,
when
what
I'm
does it
thinking about it,
qualify
I
as?
can't
What
picture
does
one.
It's honestly it's kind of between a cake and a biscuit.
It's just
Okay,
a
yes.
specific texture.
That
guys.
is a
You're
really
okay.
good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
But
hard.
what you do, I realize, is
Why would
you
you-
form it into like a
Good.
mound, like a disc, and then you cut it in like a pizza.
Oh.
And that's how you get it. I always wondered, how do scones have those like triangle
They
shapes?
literally just cut it.
It's because it's literally like a pizza.
Oh.
But it was
Wait,
very
that's a
scary
slide.
last night. It looked horrible. I made the dough and I put it on my silicone baking mat, and it was literally a pile of crumbs. And I was like, I fear I have made a mistake. And of course, it was like 9:30 p.m.
Oh
and
my god.
I had to go the next morning. I had nothing else to bring, and I was like, I signed up to bring this. I am dumb.
Could have stopped at the store.
And I got
Handmade.
yeah, and I got frozen blueberries that kept falling out, and it literally looked horrible. And I was like, okay, here we go. And I put it in the oven, and I opened the oven. And I was like, these literally look like they were like swampy.
Oh.
Wait, did you take a picture? Please tell me you did.
I did, and it looked so bad that I deleted it because I was like. But I will say, surprisingly, they did not taste horrible.
Okay.
They actually tasted pretty
Not
good.
That's what
surprising.
matters.
I was surprised because they did not look good, and I thought I had butchered them. And the lady was like, "Okay, no offense. I'm sure you're a great recipe writer. You are." She said to grate the butter with a box grater. You think I got that kind of time?
The heck is a box grate?
I think it's literally like one of those cheese things that you grate fresh. Like I'm not grating a stick of butter.
Yeah.
So I just cut it into small pieces like I normally do for pastries. I just threw it in there.
Maybe that was your
That
problem.
was probably my problem. But they still tasted good. So
Because that's like so thin. Grating it is like thin.
yeah,
loaf.
I was like, I was so tired. I got the time for this. Honestly, my low is that I don't know why I waited to do that until really late at night, and I was tired and it was stressful. They turned out okay, but I regret it, and I should have done it sooner. But yeah,
Don't we all?
That's your
yeah. I don't know why. I just need to not try out new recipes in a public setting. It's just not. It's too much pressure.
Yeah, perhaps not.
Too much pressure. Gotta do the tried and true.
True.
But I will say the high of that was that I gave them to the twins, and they like hate everything, and they're so picky, and they were like, Tom's like, you made these what do you call them, blueberry cookies for me? And it was so sweet.
He's
He
so
actually liked
sentimental.
it. He actually liked it. It was sweet. So yeah.
Cute. I'm trying to think really hard what my highs. Well, maybe I would say my high is the amount of stuff that I learned this week was insane.
Nerd.
And I read
the library.
and I almost finished this book, this new book that I got that I'm so excited about. It very quickly because I'm devouring it. I got it on Kindle, which I hate getting books on Kindle, but I was desperate, so I've been devouring it
Are you reading it on your iPad?
on my
or-
phone.
Ooh.
I'm like,
But why don't you read on your iPad?
because I don't want to.
It's just way easier.
I know, I just don't want to.
Okay.
So it's annoying. But anyway, just the amount of stuff I learned this week is insane, and I can't believe I learned so much stuff, and I'm shook and
love
so
that.
excited. Just all coming together in my head. So that's like a huge high. I'm like, oh my gosh. My brain decided for some reason that this week, like, it was going to put together all these pieces and like make everything come together.
I love
After
that.
months or years, maybe. Actually, I would say after years. I would say I'm putting together things and learning things and figuring things out that I have been searching for the answers to for probably years.
Wow.
Years.
Slay.
And now I'm not searching. Well, I am, but not as much. That's a huge high. So that's definitely my high.
I love it.
Crap. What's my low? Well, I feel like it's just annoying because as mothers, every week we can make our high or our low, our children sleeping every single week.
Okay, but that's so it's so important.
It is
to sleep.
It kind of like runs your life.
It does.
So every week, every day, you're like, how was if your child has a great night, you had a great, even if you didn't have a great night, you still feel great.
You can conquer the world.
You're happy.
Honestly, you're in a toxic relationship with your child's sleep.
Your child had a bad night, you had a bad night, you're having a bad day.
Thread.
So it's like every day your high and lows based on that.
It's true.
So I mean, a couple weeks.
Rock bottom low.
A couple weeks ago, I'm like, oh, my high is Barrett is sleeping so much better. And he was doing so much better. And then it just like ramped up again. And that is my low because it has gotten so bad. He was doing so well. And then I don't know what happened. Something happened. And now he's like, I'm scared of this. I'm scared of that. I'm scared. Maybe it's like it must be a developmental thing. He is scared of all these different things. Like, I hate this room, this old room. I need a new room. He said, I saw a video of this cool kid. He's a cool kid. I'm like, what is that? And he's like, and he had a new room. I'm like, okay. But he said this before.
Some stuff around.
He said this before the video a few months ago too, so it wasn't the video, but I'm like, what are you talking about? He keeps saying, I hate this room. There's no one else in it. It's just me. I was like, yeah. And I was like, should I put Tristan in his room? And I was like, no. That seems like a bad idea.
No, I think it is.
I think he would actually like it, but then I think he would disturb how well she's sleeping. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like they would maybe keep each other up.
I don't know.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
torn.
I've thought about that so much. Like, I'm probably going to putting Asa with the twins. And like, that's going to be wild. Having like the younger toddler and then the older like young kids together. I don't know. That's gonna be wild.
We had 5 of us in a room.
Yeah. Not necessarily the space. I'm just worried that they're going to keep each other up all night. But
and I don't remember us keeping each other up.
Yeah, we did not.
We did. Yeah.
I just remember us laying there and like cracking up about random things. And our parents being like, go to sleep.
Okay, anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so my low is that, but I have a call tonight with an expert who's hopefully going to help me. I'm really curious what she's going to say because I haven't learned a bunch of sleep stuff about like older kids. I've only learned about like baby sleep stuff.
People don't really talk about that as much.
You should make some literature on that.
I'm very curious what she's going to say because she is a visionary. Like she invented her own method that is incredible. And she invented her own product, which is like a sleep sack mixed with a sheet that we use. She's a visionary.
Marion.
So I'm really excited to meet with her.
I feel like it is kind of like, I don't know, maybe just because I have twins, but I'm like, I feel like it's sad that they have to sleep in their own room. Like, when I put Asa to bed in his own room, I'm like, this is so weird. He's just by himself. Like, I'm so used to them being together. And literally, if one of them wakes up the other, they're like, where's my brother? They're like, I need my brother. I don't know. I feel like it's just, we're meant to share rooms.
I don't like, I know. I wish it was easier because I don't like him being in his own room either.
Yeah, it's like we always shared, so that's what we were used to.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was never in my own room.
People always said to me when the twins are having sleep problems, have you thought about separating them? I'm like, no. You don't understand. That would not go well.
Literally, we have never been in our, right? Never been in our room?
Not till I was like 20.
Well, when I was born, I was, I think, in the closet. And Michael's in the kitchen. But I wasn't. Yeah. So anyway, that's my low is like I'm being terrorized.
That's
so Nick
rough.
and I switch off every night. So last night Nick got 2 hours of sleep.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So tonight's my night, but I have that appointment before. But still, it's going to take time. Whatever she tells me to do, it's probably going to be a rough first few nights normally.
Yeah.
But I don't care if I have a new strategy because I have no strategy.
Yeah.
What do you do when someone is a 4-year-old is scared in the middle of the night? You can just be like, oh, you're safe. They're like, excuse me.
Like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, does he have like a nightlight? And I'm like, maybe you could put up
He
a
does have
picture
a
of like
nightlight.
a guardian angel or something that looks really
He has
safe.
Jesus up there.
That's
He's
good.
like, I was like, talk to God. He's like, I did, but he doesn't talk. He's like, it's really quiet. That's what I said.
That's hilarious.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
okay.
I'm like, you can talk to your dragon. He's like, it's not real.
He knows. He's just getting too smart for everything.
Yeah, so working on that one. So we'll see updates in the next time. All right, next.
My high and low are pretty simple. I was sick last week and I just feel like I just keep getting sick. And it wasn't like a bad sickness. It was just like a little bit of a cold. But I'm just so over it. I'm so over being sick. So that was my low because I was like, ew, not again. But my high was that I started watching. Well, is this a high and a low? I don't know. You know when you start watching a new show and you just get so into it, and it can be a low a little bit because you're like, it takes over your mind a little bit, and you're like,
I know exactly what you're saying.
You
That's
can't
why I
stop
don't watch
thinking about
shows,
what's going to
basically.
happen.
yeah.
Because then
No,
my
I
mind
like it.
thinks about the show all the time, and then I have a hard time being in real life.
Yeah, so I got obsessed with the show House.
Oh.
I used to.
And that
We used to
one's
love that show. Nick and I
intense.
both what's the word? Mutually love that show. There we go.
That's tall order. It's so good.
I feel like everyone loves that show.
I miss the mid 2000s, early 2000s
seen
TV. Oh, so good. But it's very stressful, and there's all this like wild medical things, and I'm like, I don't know if I, as a person with medical anxiety,
Yeah.
but also
Maybe
I
it's
thought it would be
exposure therapy.
worse than
No,
it
it's okay.
was, and it wasn't. It didn't make me think I was dying all the time.
That's good.
So it was. It was so good. So that was
It's
my high.
so
Was watching House, and my low was being sick.
My high was I went to the Zoolumination exhibit at the zoo.
What the heck is that?
It's like at night.
Zoolumination.
Yeah, it's at the zoo. Okay. And at night
I could gather that.
they do like this light exhibit where it's really cool, and there's like is like the theme was like the Chinese Year of the Dragon. So it's like all these really cool exhibits of like all these light up things of like animals and stuff. So you just walk through the whole zoo, but instead of seeing animals, you see all these like
Has Lisa gone to
light
this?
setups. I don't know, but she would love it. The flamingo part of the zoo, the flamingos were awake. I guess most, you didn't really see much of the animals, but they made it all pink. Like they did all these pink lights all around with the flamingos, and I was like,
Zoo
this
lights.
is
That's
so
so
cool.
fun.
That sounds fun.
And all these cool, and like these like, you walk through this little like hallway, and it's like all these like fish up above you, and like really pretty colors, and like it was really cool. Would recommend. My low was, as they say, I started my cycle.
As they say.
Not
They
the cycle.
do, or they're like, I'm on my cycle. I'm like, are you on your cycle?
You're
You're
just
always
in your cycle.
the cycle.
part of the
I'm
cycle.
on my
I
cycle.
guess starting your cycle makes sense.
Because it's day one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
starting the cycle
Starting
makes
over.
sense. On the
Yeah.
cycle
I
doesn't
started
make
the
sense.
cycle over.
It just was very painful, and then sometimes having like cramps makes me like throw up.
Oh.
So then like
Oh my
I
gosh.
know I took ibuprofen
What
for
does
my
that mean?
cramps, and then I threw up.
Oh no.
Not the vom.
So what can you do?
Nothing.
I don't know. They still went away later, but I think I threw up part of the ibuprofen.
That's a tough one.
Wild.
That's a toughie.
Yeah, like it just makes my stomach feel so like red. So.
Not the one.
Oh my gosh.
That's
right.
tough.
So that was
That
that.
ain't right.
That is a
I
low
know.
for sure. If I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
All right. Anyway, let's really
staring
just
off her
Wait,
Wait, my cycle.
meditate on Lauren's cycle.
My cycle update. I tell you my cycle update
Oh,
is that
well.
I should be having PMS right now, and I don't.
Whoa.
Zero.
Shocking.
That's good.
Zero PMS.
Wait, what?
I have zero PMS.
I
I
had
know,
such
slay.
bad PMS.
I have no
this cycle
symptoms,
was-
no mood symptoms.
not-
Oh, because
Right.
you're like nourish.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I think it's a combination of the mental health stuff and the physical stuff, especially the minerals I've been doing. I think it's
Yeah.
a combo of
I
those
feel
two
like I
things.
was
love
so
it.
stressed the last few weeks that it made it not
I mean,
great.
I don't know if that's true, but it appears. I don't know. I've been doing two things at the same time, so I don't know which one it was.
I don't know.
I've been doing physical
Probably
and mental
both.
things, so I feel like it's both.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably both.
That's what I've been thinking.
Combo.
Yeah, I think it like Oh yeah, because estrogen makes you feel your emotions more.
Yeah, it's
intensely.
interesting because we were talking
if you
about
have
that
a lot there
recently,
buried-
and I'm like, so when I have PMS and I literally think everyone hates me, I'm like, do I just secretly think everyone hates me all the time?
And
it's just coming to the
Perhaps,
surface.
yes.
I think it just exacerbates
Oh, it's
like
too
what
sad.
you're
Perhaps,
feeling.
yes.
Wow, that's wild.
That's okay, guys. Everyone feels like that. So maybe
And
everyone
I'm
thinks
like,
everyone hates
and
you.
I feel super paranoid. So I'm like, I'm just a paranoid
You're-
person.
Yeah, you are.
And it's just
Yeah.
repressed.
And that's okay.
Partially.
But
And then it comes
I just
out.
think everyone's annoying and rude when I'm PMSing.
Which
Maybe they
Do
are.
I think everyone's annoying and rude?
Probably. Oh.
Maybe. Okay, maybe.
Probably.
No.
I mean, obviously not literally everyone's
Makes me
annoying and
less.
rude, but
Okay,
like
whatever.
low key.
So, okay.
Low-key.
So, people. Firstly, we have to answer, where's Lisa? Why is Lisa not here? Lisa is supporting her husband through his cancer treatment, so please keep their whole family in your prayers. Please, please, please keep them in your prayers. They appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for doing that. I know a lot of you have been, so thank you, thank you, thank you. So when Lisa comes in for a shoot, she comes in like every couple weeks, every week, whatever, however it goes with her husband's treatment schedule. We prioritize TikTok. Unfortunately, but we're gonna get her on the podcast at some point. We are, but we have some huge goals this year with original music. That is our number one thing, and Lisa's obviously a huge part of that. So we got to get her in for these TikToks because we're doing so much original music content on TikTok, Instagram right now. So that's where Lisa is. If you want to see her, go over there. But she's in the 5 Povs here normally. Almost every week she joins our 5 Povs.
And she has given us 2 We Listen and We Don't Judge.
Oh, yeah. Lisa is partially a part of today. So that's good. And then nextly, I need to say that
Well, the next.
if you want every full episode, you got to join our Patreon. It's $5 a month, and you are supporting us. It means so much to us. And you get every full episode. You get our Monday vlogs. We just started doing vlogs. We have we have a vlog of like the making of the podcast, basically, like what goes on behind the camera, all that. So you can see that. And then we have a bunch of songwriting ones. So it really is like a fly on the wall, basically, because we're not like looking at the camera and talking to the camera. Like, we are in there writing, doing the writing sessions. And it's really cool that we're kind of like ignoring that we're being filmed. And it's kind of cool, like, what has been captured. It's really cool. So you can see like all that, and then you get unreleased demos. We do an unreleased demo every month. Some of the songs that will never be released ever,
Except for to you, patrons.
so it's a very cool place. And there's a lot of tons of past videos and episodes like and series on there as well. So there's so much. Isn't there the making of Alive or something? Didn't we do one that's only on Patreon? Remember?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And
like 8
Sad
years
Girls
ago.
Club perhaps as well. I can't remember. Maybe not. I don't know. I should check that, but there's a lot of stuff in there. All right, that's that. Let's get into the main topic.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge. Guys, by the end of this, it's got to be like I breathe and you know I'm about to say it, and then we're like, boom.
Okay,
Like, we
perfect.
gotta
I
pick
think
up.
we'll know.
We
I'm
gotta
gonna get so
have
annoyed of us saying it like 8,000 times.
no. We gotta have the intuition. We know when someone's about to say it, and then we all jump in.
Okay.
We gotta have our twin tuition ready.
W
Okay.
DJ.
Wildcat.
Look, I would say, Kath has twins, Dom and Leo. I would say our twin tuition could rival them, but I don't know because we'll have to see when they get older. But I feel like our twin tuition could rival them.
Maybe.
Real
Okay.
twins.
Maybe.
I swear.
It could.
Because we did spend as much time together almost as as real twins.
Honestly,
Would you say that?
I mean, probably.
Since we shared rooms, we didn't go to school where we were split up in our grades. We were with each other all day.
We definitely spent a lot of time together.
I would say we are all honorary twins.
I love it.
Not really. Okay, so let's get into We Listen and We Don't Judge. Lauren caught on. All right, shall we start?
Oh, it's so hard to know what you would say. Let's get into.
I know, I'm just a great leader. All right, let's start. So
great.
thank you for the
Are we
compliments.
going down the line? Yeah.
You want me to start?
Yes.
All right.
So we say it before everyone says
Yes.
Yes, 1, 2.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge. Okay, which one do I start with?
Oh
Okay, let's see. Oh, wait, has to do with you did this with me, I think.
Okay.
my. No.
Right? I think.
I don't know.
Okay, so when Kat and I were like, how old? 8, 7, 6, 9, 7? Our brother had a half pipe. Actually, I don't know if were you there with me, right?
That was pure evil.
I was thinking about it later. I'm like, that was so bad. Were you with me?
Evil, yes.
Okay. No, but it wasn't pure evil for a child because I didn't
You
realize.
didn't know.
I didn't realize till we looked back.
What? We were trying to get them to fall.
Okay, wait, listen to my thing. Okay, let me say it. So, do you know what a half pipe is? If you think about
Like
a pipe,
skateboarding.
here's a pipe, here's a half pipe. So basically, our brother's like, I want a half pipe. So our dad built him one our dad is a contractor. So he's like, oh, I can build one out of all this wood I have. I don't know, from job sites. I don't know what it was. And then like the one that really bends. So he built a half pipe. for our brother. So, because he would like skateboard and rollerblade on it. So then Kath and I. So you guys don't know what I'm gonna say, do you?
No, I do know.
I can kind
Do
of
you
guess
What do you think I'm gonna say?
that you put something on it so they would slip.
Yeah,
Him and his friends.
Kath and I. Why did we do
Oil, yeah.
We spilled. Okay, so there's for the rest of its existence, there was this huge oil stain on it, and they're probably like,
Where'd
"What
it
is
come
that?"
from?
I am judging myself for that.
Well, okay, we did not
How old
understand.
were
this.
you?
We were very
I said
young.
9 and 7.
Well,
Probably.
we moved out of that
Okay.
house when I was like 8.
I was
or-
10, so I think we were 9
Yeah.
and
8 and a half. So
You're
we
not gonna
spilled
know.
oil on it to make them slip. All it did was
Did it
soak it up.
work?
All it did was soak it up completely, and
'cause
it had
it
an
was
oil
like,
stain. Yeah, yeah.
Plywood.
It
kind of.
was. Yeah, it wasn't one where actually would like sit on top of it. And in the moment, we're like, ha ha ha. You know what? We were too, and you'll see this in my other one. I'm gonna say, we were too like caught up in being like, I don't know if it was Harriet the Spy or what happened to us. What show or the Powerpuff Girls? I don't know. In like being like a spy or something.
we were always spying on Michael and his friends.
And like a secret agent. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but we made this plan. Lots of plans. Lots of
So many
spying.
plans.
Lots of plots.
We were
So-
always plotting.
We made this plan, and that's what we did. We listen and we don't judge. All right, that could count as yours.
Okay. Well, you guys already know this one. When I was 6, I called my crush every single day on his home phone. How does a 6-year-old know how to use a telephone, you may ask? I don't know. I was pretty smart, I guess. But I'm just thinking about, does Barrett in 2 years use
He would do that.
I had no concept of manners, nothing.
No, that's Barrett. Next year, he's going to be 6.
Oh, yeah. Literally next summer. So that's all I have to say about that one.
We listen
and we don't judge.
We have no judgment for that.
Thank you.
See, isn't it great?
It's
Just
freeing.
get off your chest and we just tell you we don't judge.
It's freeing.
Okay, I just thought of a childhood one. I was gonna do more teenage ones, but I thought of one. Okay, so this is kind of hard to explain. We lived in a neighborhood where there was like a country club, and we had there was like a certain amount of money you had to spend every quarter, and they had like a clubhouse with really good burgers, and I went so many times to get myself a burger, and my parents being like, who spent all the money? It was not saying it was all me, but I think it was
Probably a lot
mostly
with
me.
Michael, I will say.
I can't tell you guys how many times I went on a walk to get a burger from there and ate it myself.
I got
I
club
would.
sandwiches there a few
They
times.
were
Oh, the
good.
club sandwiches were so good.
Yeah.
But
Because
yeah,
we were not supposed to do that.
No.
there were so many instances where our parents would be like, "Who did this?" and they would like literally line all of us up,
And they
no-
couldn't figure
Well,
out because there's so
yeah.
many.
In that
Who could
situation,
know? They'd all
that
just
was
be
me.
like, who was
It wasn't me.
Who ate the budget for the clubhouse?
And no
That was
one
me.
would we
No
wouldn't
one
know.
would fess up.
We wouldn't know someone else did it, so we weren't really telling
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
all those long walks.
Okay, well, we listen,
Listen
and
and
we
we
don't
don't
judge.
Okay. This is not that crazy, but okay, this is in Malibu, so I was like maybe 11, 10. Before I would take a shower, somehow, even though we all shared a bathroom, there was plenty of time for me to go into all Christina's products, and I'd use all your perfume and your lotions, and then I'd use all your eyeshadow, and I practiced eyeshadow looks before I took a shower because I could never wear one swig of makeup. Our mom would be like, "Get that off your face." I'm like, okay. So I still wanted to practice, and you had like this like blue and purple eyeshadow
Yes.
that I would take, and that was the beginning of my talent, TBH, because I'd really practice
Fostering artistry.
blending the blues and the purples before I took a shower.
I'd like to set the stage.
I'm gonna cry.
Christina had an arsenal of body sprays, scented lotions. Like she had so many products.
How is
listen,
that
we
heathen?
don't judge.
Christina, you think you went through all my stuff? You think you were wearing your blue and purple eyeshadow? No, you
went through all
weren't.
my
I
stuff
think
before
I
you
saw
took a
that.
Mostly
shower.
the eyeshadow.
Wasn't it like a little Revlon palette?
I think so.
With
I
my
feel like I can
hard-earned money.
visualize
I'm gonna cry. I have
You.
I was using what
heathen.
you didn't use. It was mostly the eyeshadow.
We listen and
We
we
listen
don't.
and we don't
Listen and we
judge.
don't judge.
Christina doesn't judge, especially.
Giant rat.
Look, it was just all flung out there. Like, what was I supposed to do?
Yeah, what in the blue box? Like, hello.
No, it was all.
I mean, to be fair, I was gonna say, to be fair, you literally took up half the counter space with your products. So
If not more.
it was
so
all
much
there.
of it.
Well, I was an adult.
I know.
So there you go.
Yeah, we listen and we don't judge, ladies.
Yeah, I feel so unjudged.
We listen and we don't. Okay, this is
I'm judging.
the most tame thing in the world, but I just have to say, because I have to say this. It's not going to be interesting at all, but I have to say,
scared.
because I literally held it in for years and felt guilty about it for years, and you're going to be like, what? And this is when I was like 6. What are you freaking
All right, let's hear it.
When I was 6, this is not dramatic, but I held it in for, I still thought about this every once in a while. And you won't even remember it.
What?
When I was 6, I put a pen, I just putting a pen, so I don't know why I put it there, in Kath's, like, she had capris, in your capri pocket. I don't know why I put it there. I was like, oh, just put it there. I don't know why. Maybe I
do
thought
not
it was
remember
mine,
this.
because we had, like, the same clothes. And then it stained it. It leaked through and stained the pocket like this huge blue stain, and I was like, and then you're like, what happened to my capris? And I was like, gosh. And then I never told you, obviously, and I know, once again, I said it's not dramatic. I didn't do it on purpose, but I literally thought about it for decades. I'm like, remember that one time when I stained Catherine's
You know what? In the words of the priest, when I did my second confession, which was I spilled nail polish on the carpet, he said, if it's an accident, it's not a sin.
But you asked what happened to my
Oh,
and I
it was a lie of omission.
Lied.
and I didn't. No, I didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't
probably
say
said,
anything.
"I
And I
don't know."
literally thought about it for years.
Okay.
Literally
Wow,
years.
I do not remember that at
And
all.
I never said it.
don't
Now,
remember which pair of capris it was.
it's been almost 30 years, and
Oh
I
my
still
gosh.
remember it.
Unburdening herself.
Wow.
Finally got it off my chest.
Wow.
Oh my
Big
gosh.
moment for young Christina.
And
This is a big moment
Wow.
we listen
Listen
and we
and
don't
we don't
judge.
judge.
I truly have no
Wow.
judgment for that. I mean,
for her. Oh, wait.
I don't even remember
I
it.
love it.
Oh
All right,
my
go.
gosh.
Okay, so this one, Christina, buckle up. But it's not really that bad. It's just like everyone uses Christina's stuff, obviously.
Oh, my gosh.
I actually have it on mine too.
wait, Christina.
Can I say I have never used anyone's
Well,
stuff.
why would you need to use everything in the world?
You're the coolest. You have the coolest stuff.
She had so
that I
much-
bought with my hard-earned money?
Yes, so why would you steal mine when I was 12?
But I did read everyone's journal. So maybe that's the problem.
Snoop.
Okay.
So basically, when I was younger, I would when they were gone, because I didn't really go out of the house much, and they would do stuff because they were teenagers. I would just sit in Christina's bed and watch all her movies, and I would have like marathons while they were gone, sitting there in Christina's room in the
Wait,
dark.
where was she?
Okay.
You guys were out of the house.
Oh, just like
Like
not like
hanging
for
out.
the weekend, like just for like the night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
every night. Well, I was like probably 13, 14. I would just be watching movies in Christina's bed all the time. And even in Malibu, when you guys would leave town, I would just hang out in Christina's bed all the time.
Wow.
And I would use Catherine's iPod speakers and listen to the radio. And then that was when I had my own room.
like,
The
what's
only
yours
time.
is
Those are my
mine.
prized possessions.
Yeah.
Those iPods.
It was like what Christina's was mine too.
You guys just
And
traipsing around through my
yes.
stuff like, oh, let me try this. Let me use this.
Yes. Oh, and okay, when I was like younger than that, because that was like a 12-year-old beat, when I was probably like 9, 10, 8, Christina had the coolest shoes. And she had these really cool shoes that had like beads on them. So I would just like look at her shoes all the
Oh
time.
my gosh, you looked at them. How could
What do
you?
you mean? You just walked in to look at them?
Yes, so go in your closet.
Wait, what?
You know, you just
Wait, what? You're just like, I gotta look.
hey, you had a very
Yeah.
good collection of sparkly
did.
sandals.
Yeah.
did.
And I was like, oh
Wait,
my
when?
gosh.
In like Malibu, you had so many like
No,
cute
Kat, as I'm
sparkly
talking
sandals.
about
Oh.
in her old room that was pink and blue in Serrano.
Oh.
Where like she had these really cool like half clog sandals things that had all these beads on them. And then she had like
remember
leopard print slip-on
Oh,
shoes.
yeah.
Oh, they were
Iconic.
Christina Aguilera
Yes,
shoes.
she had
Oh,
really cool
I remember
shoes.
those.
So I would always go and like look at them and be like, I wish I had cool shoes. And I never had cool shoes.
Oh my gosh.
We
Okay.
Listen and we don't judge.
Okay, this one is not really like necessarily something I did to betray anyone. This was more an embarrassing moment that Christina happened upon. I don't think I ever, maybe you already know this, but so this is so embarrassing, guys. Oh, I like cringe at myself here thinking of this.
Okay.
There was a time where my future husband, as I called him, my ex-future husband, I found out that he liked my friend a lot. There was this guy that I was in love with from church, and I literally called him my future husband. And then one day I decided I didn't really think he was my future husband anymore, and then I called him my ex-future husband. But they kept calling him my future ex-husband
By accident.
or I think I said that by accident.
It stuck.
Yeah. But anyway, at the time, he was still my future husband. Ugh. So weird to think that.
My future
And
husband.
did we ever tell him that?
No.
Okay,
no,
good,
no,
because that's so embarrassing.
No.
He was, he was very cute. But he liked my friend a lot, and I think he like asked her out. And I was so sad. I think I was 16, and I had just started college that year. And do you remember this? It was so bad. Guys, I can't believe I'm admitting this. It's so embarrassing. We had this bathroom where it was like a shower in one door, a shower in another door, a bathroom, like a toilet. And if you really needed privacy, you would go in the double doors, right? Because you get double soundproof.
Yes.
So I went in there, both doors locked,
To cry.
and I started singing. No.
Singing.
I started whisper yelling. So what? I'm still a rock star. I think Christina comes up to the door. She starts banging. What are you doing? I was singing so loud to the mirror, and I was trying to talk myself
I literally
out.
can't breathe.
I didn't even think I was a rock star. I was just trying to be like, oh well, you might guess I just lost my husband. You may have my future husband, but I'm still a rock star.
That's so beautiful.
She was like, what are you doing in there? You were like, why are you whisper yelling? And that's why. And I was like, nothing. I said, why are you whispering? I don't even think I got through that much of the song before she caught me, and I was so embarrassed because I literally had my iPod and my headphones in.
Oh, I couldn't hear the song.
Yeah, you couldn't hear the song because it was in my head.
This is too good.
Guys, it's so embarrassing. No judging.
Not that weird.
I'm not judging. You've done worse.
Listen and we don't judge.
I feel like we've all done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're watching yourself in the mirror.
Cry. Oh, watch yourself cry in the mirror. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, too good. Too good. God,
Okay.
that was amazing.
I think I told you this at some point, but Kath,
Oh no.
I have all these distracted memories.
she
And I have
she
another
had
one
this
for you.
jar of change, all these quarters and stuff. And I would steal her money all the time. I stole quarters
And
from
do what with
Catherine.
it though?
No, I did start to
buy
notice
candy
that
at
the quarters
vending-
were really flowing there.
Like at
To be fair, it was a really
vending
big
machines.
jar.
Like
Oh,
at
like
swim
at, like, swim
practice or
practice, yeah.
stuff.
Because I would always get babysitting money, so I always had cash, and I'd pay for everything in cash, and so I'd always have change.
Yeah, I was like,
And I got
she's so rich.
so much-
she wouldn't notice if I
No,
stole
I
some
noticed.
coins.
I was like, it's
She's
all petty.
so
But
rich.
then I got older and I was like, I'm a thief. I can't keep doing this.
Oh,
I'm a thief.
that's funny.
We listen and we don't judge.
Thank
All right, here's
you.
another Kath one. So, Kath and I were friends with these two sisters. Kath and her friend are just like doing whatever the heck they were doing, which we were trying to figure out what the heck they were doing. Probably just being friends. I don't know, whatever. So, I don't know why. You guys weren't like this, were you? My friend and I were obsessed with like making up secret codes, coming up with all these secret things, whatever, to spy on them. But then what were we spying on? I'm not exactly sure. So
Yes,
we
I
even were
remember
looking up
this.
all these. We're like, they sent a letter to each other. We like call each other like, they received a letter today. Whatever. And be like, we gotta see what's
And
in
we
that
would
letter.
fax them. Remember?
Yes, but this you also got them in the mail.
Yeah,
So
that's
one day I got
I was
your
a big
letter
pen pal, guys.
before.
No.
So it was trying to like, we're like, shine a flashlight through, but you couldn't read it. And then I saw this like
What?
this technique where you make like steam come out like on the stove, and then you put the letter over it, and then it like loosens it, and then you open it. However, it did not work. So then you're like, why is this letter? You were like, oh, that's weird. When you got it, you're like, why does it look so weird? I was like, oh.
Okay, I think it's because
What did you guys do?
I don't know.
I think it's because I got a book for my birthday. Do you remember this book? I got this book right around that time before we met them. That it was like all these like spy techniques.
Perhaps.
Okay.
And it was like telling you how to be a spy. And I think that's what got us into being
That
obsessed
was
with
a
being
big part of
spies.
it. But definitely Harriet the Spy as well. There was a bunch of
You
stuff.
guys
yeah.
always loved spying.
Why were we always
I
spying?
don't know.
I think it was a
So weird.
90s thing though. Like
No, I think it was a 90s
Harriet the
thing.
Spy was
It
very
was like
popular.
secret agents and spies
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah.
And then
like
all
Get
the
a
books.
Clue. It was
Yeah.
All the
very-
books you would read as a homeschooler also. I don't know what it, well, the girls were not homeschooled. I don't know what it was. So anyway, we dedicated our lives to spying on them, trying to find out where they hid their letters,
Oh.
trying to read their letters,
Okay.
spying them when we hung out and see, but they weren't doing anything interesting was the
Yeah.
problem.
We were not.
But we dedicated our
Our
lives
letters
to
were
it.
probably so boring.
Wow. We listen.
Listen,
And we
and
don't
don't
judge.
You?
Okay, this one, guys. Okay, I'm in between. Okay, never mind. Okay, this one is not that crazy, but whatever. When this is the only rebellious thing I've ever done that I think you guys probably know, where I told my parents I was seeing one movie and I went and saw another movie,
Whoa.
and the guilt ate me alive. And I don't never ever told them, but I was like, why did I do that? There were certain random things I would do like that, where like when I like jumped off this pier one time and I cried for 3 hours the next day because I was not responsible anymore because I did something reckless.
Oh my gosh.
So I went home and I literally cried after seeing
giving
a
OCD.
different movie. And it was only PG-13. And I think I was like 11 or 12.
Oh.
But it was The Knowing with Nicolas Cage, the like end of the world movie. And I said we were seeing Race to Witch Mountain.
Oh my gosh.
But I fear my friend who I went with was not a good influence in that because I think she told me to do that.
Oh.
So yeah.
Naughty, naughty. We listen
and
we
don't judge.
Okay, so I feel like this was definitely a me, Christina, and Lisa trio. Tell me if you agree. I mean, I think you will. We definitely like held each other accountable in a very harsh way when it came to like dating. And I feel like I was definitely harshly reprimanded by Christina and Lisa for talking to different boys. And there's one boy in particular, I know you know who it is,
Oh.
who I used to sneak out to meet, which
I
I know,
even grounded you from that many
which
times.
I know you already knew that. But
I was like,
the
Kat,
thing
you're
is,
grounded.
they were like, you should not be talking to him. He's a bad boy, blah, 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 which he was.
Yeah.
And I definitely kept talking to him for like another 6 months, but I just didn't tell you guys anymore because you kept getting mad. So I just didn't say anything. I kept talking to him for like a long time after, but I just was like, I'm not going to tell them because they're just yelling at me.
I
I
get it.
wouldn't either.
Yeah, one time when I hung out with this idiot, it was really, I would put myself in a dangerous situation, like actually. Then Lisa, I love Lisa's famous line where she's like, Christina, what were you thinking? He could have overpowered you with the strength of his pinky finger.
Ooh.
And she repeated that, his pinky finger. It's like, oh my
You
God.
know
Well,
what?
it didn't really hit me, actually, when she said that. I was like, oh, whatever. And then later I'm like, oh my gosh, she's right.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? She's right.
Tell them, Lise.
She was
It's
right.
hard when you're a
Tell
teen.
them.
And she would just because Lisa was always up late, so she would like know when I came
would know
home.
Lisa was like the night watch.
She would be up. Lisa would be up at like 1 a.m. in the kitchen on the table doing some project all the time.
Because-
what was she doing?
She's
Like she would be working on something because we didn't have we didn't. I don't think she had a phone at that time. And if she was just like texting, like that's what she was doing. She was working on projects.
Oh my god.
And I don't know what the projects were. Now that I think about
Was it homework sometimes?
So,
Or, like,
sometimes it
painting
may have
her
been homework.
nails
Oh yeah,
or-
she'd be sitting there like, oh yeah, her legs like contorted and she's
Yes.
like painting her toenails. But yeah, she'd always be
Oh
up
my
in
gosh.
the kitchen at night and be the lone person. Then I'd like come in and be like,
How y'all doing?
yeah,
How you doing?
I would tell Kat.
Oh my
then Kat
gosh.
would be praying and free. Remember, you'd always be like, I thought you were in a ditch. I was praying the whole night. Okay. Anyway,
You guys are wild.
we listen
Listen
and
and
don't
don't
judge.
Okay. So every night at dinner, Mom would force me to drink a cup of milk.
Ew.
Okay. Yes, she's like, you need to grow strong bones and I was
teeth.
like, nah. So every night she'd pour me a cup of milk, and then after dinner I would pour that cup of milk back into the carton.
When? Where? How'd she not see?
She wasn't just always looking.
She was like, "What's she not looking?"
She had things to do.
I've never seen you do that.
Why would you see it?
I've never seen
And
you do
guys,
that.
we ate dinner tonight together as a family every single
Yes.
night. Every single
It
night. And I
was-
never saw this.
Because I didn't do it at the table. I just wouldn't drink the milk. It was just sitting in the cup, and then it's like, okay, everyone clear your plates, and I'd go back.
Like, time to clear
I
my
hated
plate.
milk
Pour it
so
back
much.
You're like,
in.
don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
We listen.
and
Listen and we don't judge.
from Lisa, Christina, I used to sneak into your room when you were gone and read all of your Teen People, Cosmo Girl, 17 magazines. Absolute highlight of my life as a 12-year-old. Also, I tried all of your hair and makeup products while you were gone.
Who was it?
Oh
Just stole your stuff.
my god!
God, did you do it too?
Yeah.
And Danny probably did too. All
Yeah,
five of
we all
us
did.
were just up in Christina's
You,
grill.
as you still are now, are always up on like the hottest.
So cool. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, okay?
Too real.
Heavy is the head that wears the product crown.
My gosh.
Older sisters
Okay.
across the land can relate.
So mine is like, I don't remember, Kath, I don't think I told you about all the times I did this, so that's the thing. This isn't the bad one though, but it's still like I did it
all
behind
the
people's backs.
times.
So behind people's backs, I would talk to, and I would say, I didn't do this for you because you didn't really need it. Yours was more like different situations. Kath, Lauren, Michael. Well, yeah, okay. Let me say it's different siblings and other siblings as well. So let's see. So I would interfere sometimes. Sometimes I was calling, sometimes I was not calling. Mostly I was not. I would interfere in people's relationships where people were mistreating people.
Oh.
So I would go behind their backs and talk to the person without them knowing. Like when your certain friends were being rude,
Oh my
I would go to the friend and talk to them.
Also,
But I wouldn't
Christina,
tell.
you got me a date to prom.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Christina interfered because
that was good.
I was really sad because, and I remember writing in my journal, Christina had her boyfriend, and then Lisa had the guy had asked her to prom. So they were both going to go to
I was
prom.
like, we all three need to go to prom together.
And then Christina, and there was a guy I had a crush on, but he had a girlfriend, and they broke up right before prom.
Oh, slay.
Christina went and was like, you should ask Kat to prom. And then he did ask me to
did.
prom.
But anyway, so Kath had some friend situations where I reached out behind her back and then talked to the person's people involved, whatever.
Oh,
And was
slay.
like, what is wrong with you? Blah, blah, whatever. And then like Michael, his ex-girlfriend, I called her and she didn't answer. So then I sent her a series of texts,
Slay.
berating in a nice way. Not really, but like they needed it. Like they're being rude. And then there was like one of these younger sisters, one of the younger gals, told me, I'm just keeping people's privacy at certain points. One of my younger sisters told me that a guy my age was speaking to them. So obviously I had to talk to him. I was like, what
that's
is
so
wrong with
creepy.
you? And then, yeah, Lauren too, but Lauren knows that one.
Yeah, I know about that one.
So yeah, I would just, and Lisa too. I had to talk to some of her friends behind her back and help her out. So I just helped some people out behind their backs.
Not me, apparently.
And I didn't tell them.
We listen
And we don't
we
judge.
don't judge. Okay. Well, since Lisa's not here, this is perfect. No kidding. Lisa already knows this.
This is perfect.
I was like 12. I would read Lisa's journal every single day because
It was written like a novel.
Yes,
It was so well written.
incredibly
But
well
it was
written.
way too detailed, and got to a certain
I
point
feel like I was there. I
where
loved
I was
it.
like, this is way too personal. I cannot read this. I feel so weird knowing this information.
Yes. So it wasn't like
Everyone
all the
reaches that
time, but
point.
whenever. Because I was like, okay, I don't have plans, don't really have friends. I'm watching Christina's movies, and then I'm going to read Lisa's journal to pretend like I have a life.
When I was worried about any of them, then I would read their journal. which did not really
Wait,
help.
one time I tried writing in my
Yeah.
journal with
It didn't help.
the first letter of every word, which made no sense.
For you to remember it back.
Yeah, it made no sense, and I never.
I read
remembered what
all of your
wrote.
journals, but they were too boring, couldn't read it.
Yeah, I'm the
I
only
would
person.
never read Christina's journal.
Well,
or
you wouldn't be
anyone's.
able to read it.
The only
Yeah.
person's journal I ever read was Lisa, because obviously
I'm the only person who didn't have a journal that anyone could ever read.
You know, me and Danny used to like argue with each other through our journals because we knew that we were reading each other's
That
journals
is
because we liked the same guy, and I'm
so
like,
amazing.
he would never like Danny. And then she's like, I don't think he even likes Lauren.
Incredible.
Oh, that's
incredible.
real.
Okay, well, we listen and we don't judge.
We listen,
Kat.
we definitely don't
Okay,
judge.
this is one that everyone already knows. I'm sorry, okay? But I did get in the shower when I knew someone was going to get in. Listen, we would say, I'm going to take...
Someone was on
She's so mad.
purpose.
Okay, listen.
It's someone.
No,
That would
someone
me,
would
I'm
say...
someone.
Someone would say, I'm going to shower at 9:15.
Someone would say.
And I would say, which is true in some regards, I'm very fast. I will just get in at 9:10.
Oh my god.
And I would give
she
myself
would.
5 minutes, and I would take a really fast shower, and it would be 9:15. She'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Yes.
I'd be like, "I'm getting out right now," and I would run out. But I did it on purpose because I was like, "When else am I gonna get a shower?"
And then I tweeted. And she got so mad.
I don't remember what you tweeted.
And I tweeted Catherine Owens. I had I don't remember,
my
probably like
gosh.
200,000 followers at the time I tweeted that. I'm like, Catherine always gets in the shower when she knows, blah, blah. And then she's like, how could you tweet that? I was like, you just want everyone to think you're nice all the time when you got in the shower. Which was not
Hey,
nice.
I would say it wasn't rude. I would say it was efficient and maybe kind of get a little close. But I did shower really fast, and to this day, I can shower very quickly.
Let me tell you, I could fully pull off 5 minutes with 2 minutes to spare.
If you can pull it off, then
I could fully do it.
it doesn't matter. But
Fully.
if it's 9:15 and I hear the shower.
Well,
Yeah,
they would
what?
always get mad that I was in a couple minutes before their time, and I was like, just trust me.
No, you were
out.
in on my time. I'm like, it's 9:15.
No, I don't remember actually getting on your time.
No,
you
like
were
you were
still
You were still in there, so I'm like, get
okay. But I was
out.
probably like about to get out because I knew the time.
And guys, if you didn't have 11 kids in your family, I guess it was 6 kids sharing this shower. If you didn't have 6 kids sharing one shower, then I don't want to hear from you.
That's why Lisa was a night shower.
And because she's a night owl.
Yeah.
Okay.
SMH.
Okay.
We listen,
and we
don't
don't
judge. All right, this is the second one from Lisa. Catherine, I used to snoop in your closet and like look at your jewelry and try out your hair products while you were gone. One time I smelled your deodorant out of curiosity and I was like, OMG, you're supposed to put it on before you stink. Please remember, I was no older than 11 years old while doing this.
Oh my gosh!
I love Lisa.
You know what? I was an active gal. I had to be vigorous.
Or you said that is so funny.
We listen.
Wow,
and we
you
don't judge.
okay? As me as someone who doesn't have an older sister, I didn't realize that younger sisters there's these little rats
Yes.
who get into all your stuff behind your back.
Oh, if you were out
Yes.
of town visiting Nick, I would always be like, yes, I got the best church dresses to choose from. I don't even have to ask
But
her.
I did this to mom's bathroom, so maybe that.
Yeah.
should give me a
I
hint.
did this to mom
Yeah.
too.
I never
Mom had
never
the best
thought,
face cream.
not once.
How did you not know we were doing that?
And I lived with you
Yeah,
guys for
what?
20. Well, I was in the house as younger siblings for 24 years, and I not one time did I think people were getting into my products and trying them all.
You had that Paris Hilton perfume. The
Yes.
pink one.
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
that's the best thing I ever smelled.
funny.
Oh, so good.
I had no idea.
Okay, my last one, it's not that dramatic. We probably all did this, I don't know, but maybe not actually. But when mom would go to Costco and get those big things of trail mix, I would take the trail mix
All
to
the
my
M&Ms.
room and eat all of the M&Ms. And then put it back. And then be like, who ate the M&Ms?
I know. I hated when you get to the trail mix. Not judging you,
Like
but
we all did.
It's
all
too
did.
good. Too
it's
good.
just so sad when you open the
We
almost
all
full
did
thing
it.
and you're like,
But like, I deeply recall literally taking it brand
No,
new,
I've done
eating
that too.
every M&M in my bed.
see, guys, our parents should have bought us
back up.
more candy.
No, yeah.
No, every time they bought it, I mean, to buy enough for 11 kids is a lot of candy.
Yeah.
And they never got enough.
Yeah.
They never bought it,
Yeah.
so there was never enough.
True.
Oh.
SMH.
Okay.
So you do judge me.
Oh, I didn't put no.
I don't judge you because you were probably like 7.
I'm saying you won't say the thing we're
Oh,
supposed to say.
we listen and we don't judge.
Okay, really quick. I didn't say the thing I was gonna say, which was I was gonna say like I can't believe I have all these answers now when I used to. And tell me if anyone else did this. Anyone else deeply depressed as a teen and in my 20s? How many times did I Google how to be happy? Did anyone else do that? I'm like, how can a person be happy? I'm like, what is happiness? How can someone be happy? And I would watch like videos. I would read things on it. I'm like, how do you be? I can't believe no one else Googled that. Well, that's good. I put it in mind then. From going to that to now where I'm like, oh my gosh, I understand all these things I didn't understand. Such progress for someone who's Googling how to be happy.
What a life.
That was when I realized.
I Googled, like, does my crush like me? Many times.
I did a lot of those. Like, what do I do when this happens?
I'm like, why do I not want to wake up tomorrow? And then Google's like, depression. I was like, oh my gosh, am I depressed? That's how I figured I was depressed. Google told me.
Well,
Thank
I
you,
probably would
Google.
have done that, but you already, like, explained a lot of that by the time I was older, so I didn't really need to Google that.
Yeah.
I just could
Very
not. I just think of how
continuity.
crazy that is. I just could not figure out how to feel happiness. Even though I'd feel like joy at moments and all that, I couldn't figure out how to feel like really happy in my life. I'm like, why can I not be happy? What's the problem? Could not figure it out. Can't
What
relate.
a journey. What a journey.
Can't relate now. Except for postpartum depression. But besides that, I can't relate.
I love that.
Love it.
Love the
Amazing.
journey.
Things get better.
They do.
They do.
Okay, well.
Then you go on your healing journey. Okay, the 5 Pobs from Allie on Patreon. What was your favorite Sim Kids song and video?
Oh.
Baba
Make.
Black Sheep. That's the best.
Oh my
song.
gosh, I was so proud of that
That
one.
one is
video.
really good.
I was so
I love it so much.
I gotta say, Lisa swimming away in Row, Row, Row Your Boat is
Oh,
so funny
that's
to
Row
me.
Your Boat
Well,
is
what was your
so
favorite one to
good.
make? They
Favorite one
said.
to make.
Oh.
I think Wheels on the Bus was really fun.
yeah.
That one had such a good
That
energy
one
to
slapped.
it. I've enjoyed making pretty much all of them though.
Yeah,
like I can't think
same.
of one that I didn't enjoy making.
That's too hard of a question.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It's very fun to make.
I also love Once I Caught a Fish. The song.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh, I want to listen to that now.
I can count it 10. I'm like,
I
whoa.
can
That like
count
gets stuck in my head.
I love it.
It's all slipping my mind right now.
Slipping through my fingers.
Oh, also the Night Before Christmas one.
That one is so good.
Oh my gosh.
So funny.
More rapid than Eagles.
I know
the
which one
coursers
was
they
not
came.
my favorite to make. 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, that was hard.
That was horrendous to make.
Oh my
gosh. But I really, truly enjoy pretty much for the most part. All of them, I'm like so happy the whole time. Wheels on the Bus, I was like euphoric as I put that together. I was like, oh my gosh.
It's so good.
Because I was like trying to solve the puzzle of like, what is the sound I'm looking for? And I was like up at night recording when I should have been sleeping. I'm like, I gotta figure this out. And then suddenly I did it for the first time. I was like listening. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, the wheels on the bus. I was so excited. So that one was really fun. But they were all, they are all so much fun. I feel like I definitely have an answer, but I need to look at them. All right. Did Lisa have an answer for that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is a hard question. The Sim
What I
Kids
said.
one? I feel like I have so many memories on the Sim Kids set, getting like so hyper and we're like dying laughing.
Oh,
It
yeah.
felt like our old like 2011 videos, like the best vibes.
Too real.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean, Race Car was really fun. Race Car was definitely a standout for me. And then I feel like the one where I'm dressed as a fish, Halloween Freeze Dance was really fun if I recall. Oh, the Night Before Christmas was really fun. Oh man. I wish it's such a blur. I can't remember which ones. See, I can remember all the laughing, but I'm like, why were we laughing? Which one was that? I don't know.
It's those
But
Christmas ones.
definitely some really, really fun shoots on Sim Kids. Probably my favorites of recent times. Yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
Likely.
Let's move on to
Sister
Spotlight. And this week, let's just get to it. This week, the sister is...
Ding,
Hey, Kat, tell us.
Okay, so I figured I haven't done a sassy one in a long time.
Oh, sassy Kat.
And
Sassy
I'm always,
doesn't count.
I mean, truly, I'm always ranting. It's just part of
You
my
are.
part of my lifestyle. Okay, I don't want to be rude or anything, but I am very passionate about this, and this is something that I feel like I rant to my husband about all the time, and I don't really rant to other people about it that much. But basically, okay, this is not directed at any of you guys, just so you know. This is not you. You guys are nice. I love ya. This is more directed at like the few people that message me at times, or like comments that I see on like a lot of posts and stuff, where there's just this sort of air of like people thinking that like, and all of this is like parenting stuff, but it's like thinking that what they do is best, and if you don't do what they do, then you are just uneducated or you don't know. And I just wanted to say, like, at least in my case, I am a research lover, and just because someone does something, this is the heart of what I'm trying to say. Just because someone does something differently than you doesn't mean that they are ignorant or uneducated. It could be that they are very educated and they just choose something differently because they have a very good reason to do so. It may be different than your reasoning, and that is okay. Both are valid. And honestly, a lot of this comes down to like the whole, I feel like this is such a heated thing right now, but it's like crunchy versus silky or whatever. Like moms and like versus, I would say I am a scrunchy mom, which is like,
that's like the middle.
kind of in the middle. And it's like, I feel like there's this, it's almost like a cult following of like, you have to do all of these things to be this perfect crunchy mom, or you're like ruining your child. And it's like, you don't though. Like there's definitely certain crunchy things I love and I do, but and I don't know, there's probably a lot of moms that don't care. They just do their crunchy things and they're like living their life. But I just see so many people, and I get messages sometimes, and I'm just like, just because someone's different than you doesn't mean they're doing it wrong. And I do my own things that are very uncrunchy that I am very educated on, and I know why I'm doing them, and like, it's okay. So just don't be rude, and if you just live your best life, live your best crunchy life, and just be happy with it. And you don't have to like look down at other people for not doing that, even if you disagree with them. Like, they probably have their own reasoning, and it's not just because they're uninformed. So that's my soapbox. As a scrunchy mom, I'm holding a scrunchie. It's okay to be in the middle. It's okay to be in the gray. You don't have to do the cult following. Just do you. And
I love that.
it's okay to be different. So
I love that.
there's my mini soapbox. I feel like I could literally ramble on that for 4 to 5
That's
hours.
sassy.
Yeah, but that's all I got to say for today.
Good for you, Kat.
Leave it here.
Kindly.
Leave
Kindly,
it here. Kindly
I
stop.
love
Just
it.
kidding.
we
Kindly
listen
stop.
and we don't
judge. Thank you guys. See you later.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Facebook and Instagram.